Adding fractions. At the end of this lesson, you're going to learn how to add similar fractions, dissimilar fractions, and mixed fractions. Similar fractions are fractions with same denominators. Dissimilar fractions are fractions with different denominators. And mixed fraction, a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. Let us first add the following similar fractions. So steps are, add the numerator, then copy the denominator, and then simplify the fraction if needed. For example, let us add 1/2 plus 1/2. So, let us add the numerator first, which is 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then copy the denominator, which is also 2. And 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So therefore, if we have a half circle and another half circle, we're going to have one circle if we combine them. So that is 1/2 plus 1/2 is equal to 1. Another example is 3/5 plus 1/5. So let us add first the numerator, which is 3 plus 1 equals 4, and then copy the denominator, which is 5. So we have 4/5. So we have here an image which is a rectangle that is cut into 5 equal parts and 3 parts are shaded, so this is 3/5. Another rectangle which is also cut into 5 equal parts and 1 part is shaded, so this is 1/5. And if we are going to combine these two rectangles, 4 parts will be shaded, so this will become 4/5. Another example is 3/7 plus 2/7. Again, we're going to add the numerator, which is 3 plus 2 equals 5, and copy 7. Now, let us add dissimilar fractions. Steps are, number 1, change all unlike fractions or the dissimilar fractions into like fractions or into similar fractions. Step 2, proceed with the same procedure as adding similar fractions. For example, if we have 2/3 plus 1/4, the first step is to change again into similar fractions. So what are we going to do to change this into similar? First, find the least common denominator or the LCD. How can we find the LCD? Let us take a look at the denominator, which is 3 and 4. We're going to have the multiples of 3, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, and so on. Another is 4, which is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Remember, these two can be extended as soon as you have the least common number. Now, the least here is 12 and 12. If you will notice, we have common numbers which are 24, 24, but the least is 12, so the least common denominator is 12. And then next step is to divide this 12 by 3, which is 4, and then 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Okay, so as you go to the left, you're going to divide. And then as you move up, you multiply. Another is, we have 12 divided by 4 is equal to 3 times 1 is equal to 3. So you have 8 plus 3 is equal to 11 and copy 12. Another example is 4/5 plus 3/4. Let us again get the LCD, or the least common denominator. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 for 5, and then 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on for 4. So the least is 20. So our LCD is now 20. So we're going to divide 20 by 5, and that would be 4 times 4, which is 16. And then 20 divided by 4 is 5 times 3, which is 15. Now let us add the numerator. 16 plus 15 is 31, and then copy the denominator. Now we have no simplest form for this, but a mixed number can do or will do. So we have 1 and 11 over 20. So how did you get 1 and 11 over 20? That is 31 divided by 20. That is 1. 1 times 20 is 20. And then 31 minus 20 is 11. So this would be your whole number, and then numerator, and then denominator. Another example is 2/5 plus 3/10. Let us get again the least common denominator. So we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on for 5, and 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on for 10. So the least is 10. So we're going to have 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2 times 2, 4. Then 10 divided by 10 is 1 times 3 is 3 rather. So we have 410 plus 310. So 4 plus 3 is equal to 7, and then copy the denominator, 10. So we have no simplest form for 7 over 10. So this would be your final answer. Let us now add the following mixed fractions. Steps are: number 1, add first the whole numbers. Step 2, add the fractions with the same procedure as adding similar and dissimilar fractions. For example, let us have 3 and 1/2 plus 2 and 1/2. So the first step we have is to add the whole numbers, which is 3 plus 2. So we're going to have 5. And then add the numerator, which is 2, and then copy the denominator, which is 2 also. So we're going to have 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. So we're going to add that 1 to 5. So we have 5 plus 1 is equal to 6. So you have 3 and 1/2 plus 2 and 1/2 is equal to 6. Another example is 1 and 2/5 plus 2 and 3/10. So the first step is to add first the whole numbers, which is 3, and then add the fractions with the same procedure as adding the similar fraction. So our procedure in adding the similar fraction is to make this similar fraction. So to make this similar fraction, we have the LCD, which is 10 from 5 and 10. So we have 10. 10 divided by 5 is 2 times 2, 4. 10 divided by 10 is 1 times 3 is 3. So we're going to have 4 plus 3 is 7. Then copy the denominator.